Happy Sunday morning. So, not a lot of boxing going on. I mean, there's boxing going on this month. I mean, we just saw Chocolatito last night. Master performance. I mean, this dude is already almost hitting mid-30s, and he's kind of having like a little mini resurgence. I mean, shout to Nonito Donaire too, man. Like, these older fighters, you know, like there's a reason why some of these guys are going to be all-time greats, future Hall of Famers, doing great things in the latter stages of their careers. But anyway, so yeah, listen, man, we got the announcement of Canelo taking his talents, at least for 2023 or 2022, over to DAZN. Okay, the biggest caveat here, okay, and again, I had said this late last year. If DAZN was going to get into the U.S. market for real, they'd have to create some kind of pay-per-view platform in the United States and Canada. And what did they do? So these next two fights with Canelo, May 7th against Bivol, and then he gets past that, and Triple G in September, both of those fights are going to be on the now newly established DAZN pay-per-view, okay? When they did the whole red carpet rollout, when everybody, was being told pay-per-view's done, and look, I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all too, and I know people, they give me shit for this because I'm myself and the crew, we cover boxing even at this level. So people are like, yeah, but why do you promote streaming fights? And I don't promote streaming fights. What I try to explain to people, okay, is if you live in the United States, I can only speak for the United States. I don't know how it is in the UK, and I can't even say Asia because I got family over there. And the thing about it, guys, okay, and I guess this is me talking to people who still have cable TV, who don't have a Fire Stick, who don't have a streaming account. Look, man, it's 2022, okay? In the United States, like 6 out of 10 people have some sort of streaming apparatus in their house, okay? I have not had cable we're in 2022, in close to 7 years, okay? How do I see all these fights? Again, man, I say that to say this, okay? We are in a completely different world now, okay? The days of people being able, like watching these scriggly, like 480p streams, like, guys, those days are over, okay? Like, those days are over, and you wonder why the pay-per-view numbers are what they are. Like, Canelo Alvarez is who he is, but it's not like he's bringing in 1.3, 1.4 million buy pay-per-views against, the guys he's fighting. I mean, even the Triple G fight at peak did 1 million buys, right? This isn't 1.5, 1.6 million buys, but again, man, we're in a different world where even the most hardcore fans of certain guys, like, don't buy their fights. Where you talking about Gervonta Davis with 3 million followers on Instagram. How many pay-per-view buys is he pulling in? Devin Haney, all these guys, like, where are the numbers? To my point, okay. To my point, the thing with DAZN is they still have to compete in the U.S. market with the PBC, who have Showtime and Fox right now as their platforms for pay-per-view. ESPN has a monster network with now their own little pay-per-view model, which, funny enough, is kind of similar to what DAZN's doing, where it's like, hey, you have a subscription, the pay-per-view is only going to cost you $20 less than the $80 we're charging everybody else. So, but again, the problem they've had from the very, very beginning is that DAZN is a streaming app that they are successful outside the United States, that those countries don't have individual contracts with, the NFL and the NBA, and where DAZN came in and said, hey, man, we got all those licenses for you guys to watch all those sports. Of course, like, think about it. Like, of course you'd pay $20 if, like, you had a one-stop shop to watch the NBA, the NFL, and, like, whatever boxing and football, soccer. We're in the United States here, man. I mean, listen, Fox dominates the NFL, ESPN, and then you got college basketball, college football. Like, that stuff dominates the U.S. market. It has for a very long time, which is why boxing has never gotten, like, I can't remember a time where boxing from the terrestrial TV has gotten the full attention and the full priority. Okay, I don't think since, like, the 80s, where, you know, where they were promoting boxing on regular TV. Like, and I'm not talking about the fights, no disrespect, that, you know, the PBC puts on Fox. I'm talking about, like, Roberto Duran fighting on fucking ABC Wide World of Sports. You know, you guys are, like, too young for that shit. And I'm kind of dating myself, but again, not to stray away. Listen, DAZN, I feel, even though what I'm saying, like, the pay-per-view model is kind of broken, for them to compete against their competitors in the United States, they kind of had to do this. And think about it, they're using a guy in Canelo who's the biggest cash cow in boxing right now. If there was any guy for them to use that platform to say, hey, man, listen, let's not act like DAZN don't got money. They're throwing money like hand over fist to these guys, you know? Again, Bubu Andrade made like $2 million fighting Luke Keeler, something like that, right? Come on. So it's not like they don't got money. But I understand certain guys that they're coming from a platform where they're being paid like an upfront fee, and then they get like residuals. Canelo Alvarez, listen, man, y'all don't think he had a talk with whoever was in charge of DAZN and said, listen, I'm only coming back if I'm getting the proceeds from a pay-per-view. I'm just coming off fighting this dude, Caleb Plant, that's never been on pay-per-view, and I made, and the pay-per-view did 850,000 buys, which Canelo made, you know, a nice percentage off that back end. He wasn't getting that with DAZN. He got a big upfront fee, but for him, it's like, listen, man, there's like, let's just, like, you know, ballpark figure there, man, I'm missing out on an extra 20 million. You know, like, let's just say it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But also, too, for future prospects, okay? Because a lot of these fighters, I don't think the money's one thing, but they want to be able to fight on a platform that, you know, people are not going to have a tough time going to see. You know what I mean? Like, we're with DAZN, a lot of people, they still to this day, like, what the fuck is a DAZN? So I think for the future, though, and this is where Canelo, I guess, in the immediate can really help them, is for somebody of his stature to be on their platform like 2 fights in a row. I think this is probably where DAZN now can say, hey, such and such, y'all want to get a fight? Listen, we got a platform here, man. We you know, Canelo did like such and such pay-per-view buys. We promoted it here, we promoted it there. It's a lot different than saying, hey, man, we're giving you a lot of money, but it's going to be on the streaming app. You know, money's money, but again, like, you want to have people view for there to be more money on the back end, for whether it's people going to see the fight live or to buy the pay-per-view. Now, easier than just saying, oh, well, shit, how do I go on the app or whatever, and oh, I got to buy the pay-per-view still? Some people just want to buy the pay-per-view, and I think DAZN know that. Like, they know that. So I think for the future, though, this is, I think, a better, for right now, for DAZN to compete with Fox, with again, with the PBC, with Top Rank in the U.S. market, like, they had to do this, and they got Canelo Alvarez. So let's see how this goes, man. Same pay-per-view price that everybody else is charging, and it's Canelo Alvarez. So who's to say they don't come out and say, you know, because I'll tell you, the one guy that I feel he's kind of in purgatory right now is Virgil Ortiz. You know, I don't know what Oscar's plan is with him, but not to say he's a pay-per-view fighter, but like, this is an instance where, I mean, I said this with Terrence Crawford. I mean, if he has to get a fight in before, you know, before he fights Errol Spence, I was saying obviously Keith Thurman and or give Virgil the shot. Like, just throw him money. Hey, here you go. You want a shot? Here you go. And put it on DAZN pay-per-view. But hey, that's just me talking. So, but let me know what you think, man. Does DAZN, do they have an opportunity now to really compete with in the U.S. market, being that like they're starting to be on the same platform as everybody else? So, let me know what you think. We're gonna get the first shot of that May 7th. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol. They had the press conference. I gave my thoughts on the fight. You can scroll in. And I might put it on here. Just wait out to the video's about to end, but just wait and I'll post the the video link right after this. So that's pretty much it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Got a busy week ahead of me, but that's pretty much it. Any news pops up, I'll let you know. Follow, like, subscribe, notification bell. Roberto_Flack, Instagram, @GuardsGrowBoxing, Instagram. Enjoy your Sunday.